You clicked on my video. That's the hardest part. Now you're wondering how to end your depression in 5 minutes. Well, the universe takes the path of least resistance. This applies to everything in the universe, from the flow of water to your thoughts. However, humans have a very special ability, willpower. We're allowed to go against the grain and, in the United States at least, mostly choose to do so. We'll get into that later. We get a few moments a day where we're creating our own reality easily. If you do the same thing over and over again every day, you probably don't notice because your brain takes in similar sensory information and doesn't make a big deal out of it. After all, why would it? You're just seeing the same thing over and over again. What's the big deal? The sensation of creating your own reality is that of being a wide-eyed child. Everything is new. You reach the peak of your neuroplasticity during puberty. This is usually when it's easiest to create your own reality. Core parts of your personality are formed during this time because what you perceive and what connections your brain makes are especially strong and withstanding. I made the mistake of being depressed during this time, and I stayed that way until I was 17. Your journey can be much easier than mine. So, making connections in your brain is a very special thing, because your brain would fire over and over again on the same connections if it could, and often it does. This is one reason why we find ourselves doing the same thing every day over and over again. You may think it's out of necessity, but most likely it's out of habit. According to the second law of thermodynamics, you cannot undo a connection. You can only make new connections. This is why treating depression does not work. You can never undo the connections of depression, especially if you and your therapists are repeating the word depression over and over again, which you are. Depression treatment only serves to strengthen the connections that are making you depressed in the first damn place. The smoke always leaves the cigarette, but it never goes back in too. Not to mention, the connections you are making are connections that bring you to places with depressed people and people who deal with depressed people. That shit rubs off. Instead of trying to eliminate depression, be happy. Build lots of happy connections in your brain, so the path of least resistance for your brain is one of happiness. Even when you're ready to pass out and give up, the easiest thing for you to do is be happy. The hard part is taking the first step. It just gets easier and easier from there. Now, instead of doing the easiest thing and being happy, most seem to go against the grain. Whether it's by choice or necessity, or because that's all people are taught, is beyond me. But it is what it is. Why the hell does everybody chase the material their whole lives, knowing that money cannot buy happiness? And then wonder why they're depressed. That's if they wonder at all. Most deny their depression outright, which, if you're recovered from depression, you're probably just denying how depressed you are. You have to be honest about how bad it feels so you can move on. I'll tell you why people chase the material. Money can buy sex. Hear me out. The love of money is the root of all evil. This was so even before money existed. What the fuck? Hear me out. What Jesus meant by that is that the root of all evil is seeking only to help yourself. Nobody rapes just for the hell of it. They rape because they want to feel good. People chase the material in hopes of impressing a girl, or a guy if you're not a total bitch, reeling her in and having some sex. Or, on the other hand, trying to fill a void, which you can fill by watching Muji on YouTube. Cool guy. Take a moment, remind yourself to take a moment and find yourself. I love you. Check out my video, How to Be Happy in 3 Easy Steps, and check the description for citations. B-17 Bomber! What, you thought that was the end of the video? There's no joke.